another guest who's joining you guys. Jeff,
Okay.
you know this person kind of well, and I think David Sheward knows him too.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us in the neighborhood,
I know Charles.
the one, the only, the Jewish. That's my usual intro for Rabbi Saul Solomon.
He looks so tall.
I know, Charlie. And your dimple is cavernous in your chin. I love it. Oh, Charlie, we don't get to.
Just needs to put his camera on there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Grandpa, put your microphone on. We can't hear you. Take yourself off mute, Charlie.
I just have to
We
set
hear
up.
him. He's good.
Let me get to my place. I'll
Good
be
God,
there.
we have to see and hear him.
They don't do this on MSNBC or Fox. You know, they're already like that.
Yeah, I know.
Fox, how do you know what they do on Fox? Who's watching
I
Fox?
hadn't realized this was MSNBC or Fox. How you doing, Dave?
Okay.
Hello,
Hi.
Jeff, good
Hi.
to see you.
Let me re-explain to everybody. First of all, you're watching the Dave's Gone By annual New Year's special. And I'm Dave Lefkowitz. With me are, from the upper, well, I don't know what order all your Zooms are in, but we've got David Sheward, who is the former head of the drama desk and a writer.
The reigning quiz king.
The reigning quiz king of Today, Yesterday trivia on Dave's Gone By. We also have Jeff Goodman, former guest co-host of Dave's Gone By, former co-host of a long-running theater review show called Two on the Aisle, and
Yes,
co-host of
indeed.
that show is our other guest, Charles Gross, who's gotten himself a haircut. Very nice, Charles.
Yeah,
Doing?
just for this occasion, David.
Oh,
Just
What is a haircut?
Just for you.
People get haircuts? What is that?
It's something we do in New York. Jeff, I didn't know you'd be here. I'm really glad to see you. I was thinking
Yes,
of
I
you
can't
today.
wait to celebrate 9 o'clock.
That's right. Jeff's in Vegas, of course. So, Charlie, I've been asking the other guys and pretty much everyone. So, you're out in Jersey. Well, no, you're.
I live on a small island off the coast of New Jersey, better known as Manhattan.
So, how over the past 9 months do you do most of what you do? You just wear a mask. Do you go shopping? Do you go obviously not to the theater? Do you pick up food? Do you go to the park or a museum, or just hang home and do video stuff? What?
Well, the answer to all those questions, except for the museum, is yes. Mostly what I do go out to shop. I generally am doing most of my shopping in New Jersey these days because I go to visit my mother. It's an interesting thing. She doesn't want me in the house. Nothing personal. It's just, it's dangerous.
Tolerable, yeah.
So we sit out in her backyard. We social distance. We wear masks. We chat, and then I will go shopping. But my wife is a medical doctor, and she has kept her practice open during this time. So normally she would take the train to work, but since this whole thing began, I've been chauffeuring her back and forth every day. So that's
Charlie's
how I
new career as an Uber driver.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right.
No, I am a private chauffeur. That's a little different, I think.
Now, I want to ask Charlie one thing about, and we've talked about this on the air, I think already, but I've also been asking people what the best thing that happened to them in 2020 is, besides staying healthy. So I would imagine the best thing for you would be something creative that you did. So please remind everybody what that is and how they can see it.
Well, I guess the best thing, there were two things that happened to me creatively. First of all was Tales of Stockbridge. Now, that was a brand new show that came about basically because I was home with COVID. And I thought, well, let's try and put something together. And this was based...
You didn't have COVID. You were home during the pandemic.
Well, I'm home during the COVID. Yes. Thank God I have remained healthy. Thank God for that. And it was a two-part thing, which I performed at the Rochester Fringe Festival. I didn't go to Rochester. It was done virtually, and it was based on the vacations that my family took in Stockbridge during the 1960s, and then 40 years later, when I was traveling with my family, how we managed to find the cottage that my parents had stayed in, even though we didn't even have an address, and I ended it with. And I'm hoping this will become the second most famous story of Stockbridge. I ended it with the most famous story of Stockbridge, namely Alice's Restaurant. And I had a lot of fun doing that. And if you just go onto YouTube and type in Tales of Stockbridge, you can see it in its entirety.
Yeah, and you just YouTube Tales of Stockbridge, look for Charles Gross and that show. So let me ask
I have one more creative endeavor.
Go for it.
You know, I've been doing Two on the Aisle for 20 years.
Yeah.
But there's no aisle to go on. So my current co-host, Leslie Hoban Blake, who I know is David's frequent trivia opponent, have created the Critics Circle. We just shot our New Year's show today, but we've been talking with artistic directors from theaters such as New York Theater Workshop, Paper Mill Playhouse. We've been talking with performers such as Hershey Fader. And the show we just did is the first one we haven't had a guest on. Basically, it's where do we go from here? What are you doing to survive? And we have found there is just so much creativity that people are doing until, you know, that blessed day when the theaters reopen.
I miss roller derby. I really do. I think that's until that comes back. By the way, I want to let in. We have.
I think there's a new Netflix series about that. By the way,
let me. We have another theater person guest, so I want you guys to hang tight and stay where you are. But we have a guest. I don't know who this is.
A lady.
Yeah, but no, there's someone else, and I don't know who.
It's getting crowded in here. I think we have two.
Oh, look who's there. Guys, hang tight. This is family. So family, no offense, family comes first. That is my cousin Stephanie and her children. Well, 2.5 of her children. Well, you're just muting yourself. Hello, 2.5 children. Hello, there we are. Hello. Oh, even the husband is there. Hello.
Oh, wow.
Zooming from about a 1/4 mile away from where I am. So Adam, why don't you introduce, since you're the male, the alpha male, introduce all the people on your side there.
So furthest from me sleeping over there is Harley. She's our new dog.
I can't see. Harley cannot see, but okay.
Hold on, we'll show you.
She
Get the
doesn't
dog. You gotta show the dog.
There she is.
And
Just kind of out of it.
so
Now, you guys are the Poconos, right? Is
Yeah,
that?
we're the Poconos. So I
That's-
wasn't sure about internet service, but so far it's working.
You look, guys. You look fantastic. So again, Adam and everybody, introduce.
so that was Harley Lou. Then
Yeah.
we got Connor Lou over here. He's the little dude with the Happy New Year's hat. Then we got Dylan Brady.
Dylan, hey Dylan. That's my cousin Stephanie, of course.
Then we
Yeah.
got the beautiful Stephanie.
The beautiful Stephanie, of course.
The mini beautiful Logan.
Logan, hello Logan. Hey guys, how you doing? Are you like Von Trapping them? What's with the uniform that you all look exactly the same?
Dave, you sent this to us, Dave. You sent this to us and told us to wear this.
Yeah, you look great. You look amazing. So guys, tell me something good that happened for all you people this
They
past.
got their doggy.
Well, was that this year?
Yeah.
You got the dog this year?
Yes, we got a quarantine doggy, like everyone else. Back in June. She'll actually be 1 year old next week.
Yay!
Oh, how nice.
That's good.
That's a wonderful thing. That's a terrific. Was it spayed when you got it? Did he have his things, or did you have to cut them, or what?
No, we had to cut them.
Oh man, not a happy year for the dog either.
5-pound lap dog.
How many pounds?
55.
55. Is he going to get much bigger or what?
I hope not. Not really sure.
Now I should mention that Stephanie is my Aunt Bonnie's daughter. And Bonnie, she called in earlier in the show. So that's how this all sort of connects. So Stephanie is my cousin on my father's
And she
side.
has no relationship to the theater that all of them
No, it has nothing to do at all with theater, but they love the theater.
Yes.
In fact, Stephanie, you
There are
grew up
people like
with,
that.
you have a story, Stephanie,
Evan
real quick.
Hansen, right, Evan
You know the guy who took over as Evan Hansen, and dear Evan Hansen, the youngest like lead star performer. So what was he? He was like 16 or something. Tell us a little bit.
16 years old. He was the youngest actor on Broadway as a lead character. He was Dear Evan Hansen for a year. He finished last February. He finished. And he's actually tomorrow on New Year's Day at 7 o'clock, he's starring in the Ratatouille TikTok musical that they're
Yeah.
that they're showing. It was advertised on like CBS News. It's all over. He's in that.
But this is Andrew Barth Feldman that they're talking about. That's the name. So how do you know him though?
His mom was our camp director, so she was a good friend of ours.
I
And-
actually taught him how to drive, and it was a complete failure.
That's not a joke. Yeah.
I taught him how to drive, and it was a disaster.
That's a whole nother show.
explains a lot.
He's unbelievable. We've known him since he's 5 years old. He was actually in my mom's kindergarten class, and he began in Deer Evan Hansen in the end of January or the beginning of February, and then in May his mom got diagnosed with cancer.
Oh,
And passed away in August while he was still on Broadway, and he missed one show. One show.
oh, how awful.
Because theater is so much more important than family. Okay, okay.
That's what kept him going. That's what kept him
I
alive.
know.
We did. We went to Disney World with them. They're good family friends of ours. They're good people, and his mom was a good person.
Well, you guys are great people too. I'm so thrilled. And I'll say this publicly. I mean, when and Adam, I could just kill you, man. Not in a death way, but I could. So when it snowed, like a ton of snow 2 weeks ago.
I wait down the block until you do everything, and then I show up the snowblower. I do that intentionally.
I spent like 2
Now,
hours.
Your little pom-pom hat and your gloves. I watched the whole thing.
If you had come like 2 hours earlier, I could have just sat having cocoa. But no, I shovel. I'm sore. I'm wet. I'm miserable. And then I finally.
Yourself a triple hernia.
Well, David, I'm sure there was absolutely no way to communicate between the two of you that he was going to come over later.
No,
so you have to
and then he
wait.
comes with a snowblower in like 10 minutes. He does more than I did in 2 hours. What are you doing, David? What? Oh, the
He's playing
time.
the smallest violin.
World playing a sad song for you.
But I really do appreciate the help that you guys. That's a little violin sound there. The help that you guys bring to my mom and dad. It's really, you know what it's like here. So that's really, really huge. And I wish you guys tremendous health and mazel and good things in.
There's no snow. They can ski.
Are you skiing out there in the Poconos? There must be snow there. Yeah.
Oh,
We skied all day today, and we're gonna go tomorrow again.
oh, great.
Well,
Dave,
stay healthy. Don't be like Evan Hansen and break your arm. Just,
Well, David, you can't ski here because it's terribly cold here. It's like in the 50s, maybe
In
40s.
Las Vegas.
Jeff, you can go water skiing, assuming
There you
that you
go.
can find some water.
Oh no, we just lost.
called
I thought we lost our guest coming in the day. So guys, I'm gonna let
It's
my
called Lake
cousins go.
Mead, Charlie.
Happy New Year. Love you guys. Love
Happy New Year. Love you.
Love you too.
we'll send
Have a
back
great night.
the hats and pajamas next week.
Okay, so those are my cousins, but you guys hang tight because we've got one more theater person who's been waiting
Ooh.
patiently, and now we're going to be rewarded with someone we all know very well,
Yeah.
Evie.
I love Evie.
Eva
It's
Heinemann.
Eva Heinemann.
Happy
In a
You know-
lovely
you know
wig.
what?
I love the hair.
David.
New Year. Oh, Elfie put the lamp on. I didn't realize how dark it
Oh,
was.
Alfie's there. Can Alfie get on
Why is
camera?
he
I haven't seen
in the
him since he
house?
was like a tyke. Well, he doesn't have to, but if he wants to.
You have a couple of show cards behind you, Ava.
Oh, yeah. I'm having Elfie put the lamp on so you can see better. I didn't realize how dark I was.
Now,
So Eva
David?
Heinemann, I should mention, I was telling before how Charlie and Jeff co-hosted Two on the Aisle for a bunch of years, and now Charlie co-hosts that with Leslie Hovan Blake. A very similar show of theater reviews has been hosted by Eva Heinemann. It's called High Drama, and that's been on for how long? So for
Oh, over 25 years.
wow. Well, yeah. Well, then Charlie, yours is close to 30, then, isn't it? Or
It
something.
is, yeah. It next, in fact, this coming year will be 30 years. And I have to say, with the exception of Leslie Hoban Blake, anyone who's ever hosted or co-hosted, I should say, Two on the Aisle more than once is now right here in the neighborhood.
Whoa! Isn't that
With the exception of Leslie,
Was it-
you, Jeff, and Eva. And
Yeah, we
we've
could've
even
got
had
Leslie on that.
David has been on the show, but he was a guest.
Yeah. Well,
Yes,
so Eva,
yes, I was. I remember that.
It
How
was
have
your book.
Oh my
every-
God, was it a good or bad memory, David?
I think it was a pretty good memory from what I recall.
Well, we talked about your book.
Yes.
That was a good book. Every winner of Tonys and Oscars.
Oh yeah, the big book of show business awards.
Right. Have you ever updated it?
No.
By the way, David, what's going on with the Tonys this year? We
Oh,
got
that's
nominations.
Well, they have announced the nominees, And because they're not going to open the shows again until June of 2021, the thinking is, it's sort of weird. The thinking, Charlotte St. Martin sort of hinted that, well, we don't want to do this. She said, we've got more time now. We can do more planning. And the real thing behind it is they don't want to, I believe, I don't know, but I think the thinking is they're not going to do the Tonys until it's close to the time when the shows will be opening, so that they can say, oh, we want to get, promotion, so that if we give a Tony say to Jagged Little Pill, people will buy tickets to see Jagged Little Pill. But they can't do that until it's close to the time when the shows will be opening. So they may not do it until 2021.
I'm actually kind of hoping.
I'm thinking maybe
about
5
it
years.
this year. I've looked at those nominations. They have one nomination for Best Actor in a Musical.
Oh,
Best
Right.
Score. They
Yeah.
nominated plays. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Was Percy Jackson really that bad? I don't think so. I mean, with nominations like that,
All right.
I try to postpone the Tony Awards until 2022,
Well,
where you
postpone
can
the
actually get
nominations.
some real nominations.
Yeah. Well, Eva, we've all been yakking about theater, but we haven't even, first of all, asked, how are you? This is Eva Heineman. How you doing?
Oh, first I want to say, Jeff, my God, you look so good. How much, you've lost so much weight. You look gorgeous.
Oh, you haven't seen me since the last 350 pounds, huh?
No, I have not. Last time was my birthday like 3 years ago.
Yeah, that was just before I started losing the weight.
Wow.
And he's not joking. He's not exaggerating. He lost 300.
No, I went from 527 pounds down to 180.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
500 pounds?
I was
He was very
527.
large.
That's why I had to stop reviewing. I could hardly
That's
fit in the
terrible.
seats. Everything was so uncomfortable.
That's awful.
I just
It's-
gave up on life. It was
we
really
would walk
bad.
we would walk to the theater, and he'd have to stop at every block, and then post when he got into his current shape, I invited him to join me, and he walks from Penn Station. I mean,
It's fantastic.
this is truly a miracle of modern
That's
medicine.
good. Good.
Yeah.
But the miracle here is, Eva, your hair.
I thought I looked festive for New Year's Eve. I have my Mardi Gras jewelry on. You can't see it, but I'm wearing a glitzy crocodile.
That's in glitzy eyes on, baby.
Cardan, who just so Eva, what is the best memory that you will take away from 2020, which doesn't have a lot of good ones, but like the best thing that happened?
Okay, this is sort of a bucket list. This is really silly. I don't know. Do you guys watch CBS Morning News with
No.
Tony DeCopel and Gail King and Anthony Mason? Well, they have this segment called What to Watch. And you know me and puns. I mean, I start high drama every time with a pun. My reviews are full of puns. I love wordplay more. That's why I'm a theater critic, because I love wordplay.
Oh, Mr.
So-
Peabody.
So they have this thing for Vlad Dudier called What to Watch. And the audience members were throwing out these funny little things to lead into Vlad Dudier. And I followed Tony DeCopel on Twitter. I barraged him with this and that and that and this and nothing. And I'm like, oh, this is never going to happen. I gave up on it. And then on Christmas morning, and I didn't even realize it was me because it was so long ago. All of a sudden, you heard Tony DeCopel go,
Yeah.
the weather outside is frightful, but Vlad is so delightful. And that's from Eva Heineman. And Vlad is like, oh, Eva, that was wonderful. And I was like,
Well done.
so I
It's
know
great to
it's
see you.
silly, but I mean, every bad thing that happened to me was floods
It's
and
almost
problems.
midnight.
I was so
Wait,
okay.
so hold on, Eva. I think David's waving goodbye. You want to go?
Yeah,
celebrate?
it's almost midnight. I need to join my party, but it was great to
Oh,
see everybody.
You too, David. Have a good
It's
year.
really great to
Happy
see
healthy New
everybody.
Year. I'll see you
Happy
on the
New
9th.
Year.
David, have a very happy 9 o'clock.
Thank you. Oh, I
long,
just
Dave.
wanted to say
Oh.
one quick thing. Last year at New Year's, the highlight, I guess, was last year. My tweet got on CNN
Ooh.
because I was watching CNN, and they have this broadcaster Richard Quest, who's a British guy with a very gravelly voice.
He's in Times Square now.
He was very annoying, and he has a very annoying voice. So I tweeted, "Oh no, the dulcet tones of Richard Quest." Hashtag. What next? And then I'm looking on the screen, and there it is on CNN. Okay.
You know the feeling.
Happy New Year.
Yes,
Happy
the
New Year,
best of
David.
everything
Happy
to
New
you,
Year.
David.
And happy and healthy, all things good too. So I have a couple, well, a minute or two left, and then I want to get on my old friend. Actually, I really kind of need to say goodbye to you guys because I want to get on my one old friend from high school. So let me wish you all
Ava, call
happy.
me.
I will call you Jeff Goodman.
No, Ava, call me. I don't want you to call me.
Oh, is this-
I don't know if your phone number, but I do have your email, so we'll email each other. And
Sounds
I just
good.
gotta say, this is my wonderful town champagne glass from 2003 when we could go to the theater.
It's
There
your
you
what
go.
champagne glass?
Wonderful town.
From
A wonderful
2003.
town. Oh, say hello to Donna Murphy.
Well, guys, it's been fabulous. I want to wish you all healthy and terrific 2021. All things good. Jeff, have a great one. I hope you
Happy
get
9 o'clock.
Good to see you,
Charlie,
David.
Good to see you too. Health to Margie and the kids.
I will.
See you in the new year. I
Looking
sure
forward to it.
And Eva Heineman, so good to see you too.
Yeah.
Stay well.
Yes,
and
Happy New Year.
Happy
This
New
was
Year.
fun.
Much happier New Year to you. Bye-bye.